If you've experienced trauma and you also think you might be autistic, it might be really challenging to pinpoint where things stem from. It's such a tangled web. And so I just read this article by Michelle Garnett and Tony Atwood. I know some people love them, some people don't, but I thought the article was very informative and it kind of untangles that web. So I'm going to share with you what I learned from the article and also include a few of my personal notes. They talk about the onset, observable patterns of behavior, common communication issues, sensory sensitivities, and emotional responses in both trauma and autism so that we can distinguish from where they're rooted. So let's start first with the onset of behaviors. Signs of trauma happen after a triggering event such as abuse, neglect, loss, a significant life change, and you've probably heard of CPTSD, which is complex post-traumatic stress disorder, and that occurs when a triggering event is prolonged, repeated, or virtually impossible to get away from. Now, it's interesting to note that for autistic people, triggering events can also include adverse childhood events, sexual abuse, sadly, is very common, and also violence. But also, autistic people can be triggered or have trauma over things that the DSM-5 does not consider traumatic, such as bullying, social exclusion, and also sensory trauma. Now, the onset or presentation of autism is quite different. It presents at birth. Although the signs may not be real obvious until later in childhood, if the signs are external, i.e. not masked, or even adolescence or adulthood, if they are internal, meaning camouflaged. So it's important to note that there are no triggering events for autism, and trauma does not cause autism.